is the benefits to your health because of doing it. So if you're really playing the long game and you want to do things correctly, how much do you value your health? It's like, 'cause you can stay paying $5 less a gallon for milk at the store if you want to get this kind. You can get raw milk, not from a farm. You can get raw milk from grocery stores.
Well,
it's not the
not
same
in
quality.
every state.
Yeah, not in every state,
In
but
California, yeah, you can.
but like in
The Raw Farm brand at at our food co-op and at Sprouts, it's great. We had that for the longest
we
time
did that for a
before I
while.
found the farm.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's the best start
Of course,
too.
we're just kind of addicted to the process of like push for more,
Yeah,
better,
what's better than this? What's better than
But
this?
if you want to start somewhere like that, that's a good place to start. And if it's something that you can notice like physical changes, if you're someone who was very sensitive to dairy or whatever, and you start to implement this into your cooking or whatever it is, you start to notice changes. And like I said, it comes down to essentially how much you value your health. Because like I said, you can spend $5 less on a gallon of milk, or you can spend $5 less on these eggs, or you can whatever, but you're going to pay the price at some point. And whether that's, you end up with you're lactose intolerant, now you got to go see a doctor, and they got to pump your stomach, and they got to do a scan, you got to do this, and they get you on this weird medication. You're gonna pay for it somewhere. And for some people who don't care, stop listening, no problem, no hard feelings. But to anyone who is curious as to like how to get into it or what kind of started it out, it's just the small things, the little things. Like for you, it was a sourdough and like the milk, something like that. You get a couple herbs in your windowsill. Once you start to reap the rewards of that, it's fulfilling. It makes you feel good, and you want to stick with it. And
the second you can eat pizza because you made the sourdough pizza crust and the cheese you made homemade mozzarella from raw milk, and you can eat a whole entire pizza and feel amazing, better than like whatever health food you think you have. Then you're like, oh, this is pretty nice.
Absolutely.
I want to keep doing this. I want to keep feeling this amazing. Why would you deprive and be one of these weirdos that I used to be, just celery juice until you're about to die at like 6 p.m., then eat a mountain of quinoa and then hide in the room.
That's not good for
that's
anybody.
just not,
That's not
that
good
is
for
not
anybody.
living. And I was heavier when I did that than I do now. It's crazy. It's just like an obvious choice.